Perisno 1.4.4 has been released. I did go over this in the last stream, but this is for the sake of a dev blog. So on April 15, we released version 1.4.4. Let's turn down the music just a bit here. All right. And let's go over a bunch of features and additions changes that came in version 1.4.4. Once again, this is save game compatible with 1.4 and onward. So if you're on 1.4, 1, 2, 3, you should be fine. As always, back up your saves if you are not sure if it will work or not. So, all right, new features in 1.4.4. Holding R in party management screen and taking click and take will send all wounded troops into the garrison while refilling your party with unwounded troops. A quality of life feature thanks to Tofu. New scene, Azure Keep. We'll take a look at that in game in just a second. Fixing a bug with Graal Castle. Bounty target at Turin has been moved, excuse me. You can now enter the prison at Falcon's Pride. Minor improvements to Nefmash and the Sakar camp. A bunch of gameplay changes. Re-added disband for Perisno army. Let's say we did go over in more detail on the stream, so I'll link that in the description below for people who want to see the last Perisno live stream. I think it was episode 16, and we go into details a lot of this stuff with the team and all that good stuff. Reintroduced Horse Archer AI toggle for all the people that like that feature. So reintroduce Horse Archer AI toggle for a lot of people who wanted the Horse Archer AI to be turned off. They're now a lot dumber, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people who wanted this toggle will want it turn the AI back off or back on, excuse me, because they'll notice that Horse Archer is basically back to native now, where Horse Archers charge in and just it's pretty. Yeah, they're not really smart. So the new Horse Archer AI actually a lot better than the native one, but some people like the old one. All right. The liar to loot sound in a tavern has been removed. The annoying constant sound even sometimes after you left a tavern. The traveling dwarf has a higher chance to spawn. Foraging for food has been moved to night triggers. Murdenhall tournaments now spawn with the sword and axe. For some of you who've watched my gameplay stream or videos, have noticed that I do a lot of Murdenhall tournaments, and spawning with just a lance is kind of annoying. You now spawn with a sword or axe. Reference pages show base and current wages for troops. We'll take a look at that in game in a second. Lords who are married can no longer deliver love letters. Okay. Of course they shouldn't be able to, but success rate when using Perisno persuasion system is displayed, similar to Bannerlord. Reference materials for Lord displays the name of their spouse. We'll take a look at that in the game in a second. Outlaw camps will now only guarantee one Knight of Doom to spawn. So it's a small nerf to the Outlaw camp, which was reintroduced in the last version. Mercenary guild in towns further reduces the chance of Lord escaping. So when you upgrade the mercenary guilds in towns, Lord in your prisoner stack will not be able to escape as easily. When a patrol is defeated, the name of the enemy party is a notification message. Pretty straightforward. Units with bastard weapons will sometimes unequip your shield when in swinging range. So this is interesting. This is, I think, a big buff to troops that had the bastard weapons for the AI. So now they will not be in when you're attacking, it'll use the two-handed weapon instead of the one-handed with their shield. So this is see how this goes. First aid and battle cry will display notification in logs when it's ready to use. Lords sell a random amount, generally small, of prisoners every week from their garrison. So they'll be able to make a little more money, and their armies will be generated a little better. Reference materials show all skills and list the household guard if there is one available. And all major and minor troop trees have been added to the camp. And cheat menu, give me troop templates. We'll take a look at that in a second. When receiving a message from your console that your household guards are ready, located is displayed. Yeah. Chivachis and Amarna being twins in lore are now twins in game. Not important, requires a new save. I would bother that if you just wanted to make that a change, but noble and common household guards will reset the modifier figures similar to royal household guards. Pretty straightforward. Mercenary companies that are purchased by the player from the Perisno Marshal. Oh shoot, I want to click that, my bad. Where was I? Yeah, mercenary companies that are purchased by the player from the Perisno Marshal will always be visible on the map. Just the quality of life improvement once again. In dialogues when asking for peace, lords tell you the location of your monarch if you have higher relations with them. Yep. Units will hyper-aggressively swap their weapons from two-handed to one-handed or switch terrain depending on the switch situation. Some more AI improvements. Player can't no longer dispense a squiggly, now calculated as a 7-day plus 7-day base. So you can, the player base, you can store troops depending on time. I never really use that myself, but people from time to time use that. When asking your constable to train your household guards, but he is ready in the process, he tells you how much time is remaining. Attacking outlaw camps, filling will reduce relations with outlaws. If you succeed, you will gain relations with the closest town. Spy Master can now incite a war with the player faction, making it seem like the player faction was provoked by the other faction. Pretty nifty addition right there. You gain 1 renown per 8 kills, 5 renown per victory when participating in melee fights in arenas via the Tournament Master. Just if you want to gain renown in a pretty easy manner. In reference materials for troops, skills that are higher than 4 boosts party skills will show up as green. Looting will show up as red. Looting is not good if, for example, you have troops that have looting, they'll take away a lot of loot for you, for example. And you'll be able to take as much yourself, obviously. Due to changes in lore, Emperor Khan 2 is renamed to Emperor Sidorus. Imperial General Khan 3 renamed to General Balmus. You'll notice that in-game as well, if you go to the Perisno wiki, a lot of lore updates there as well. Similar to being a monarch, as a vassal, if you conquer a castle and choose not to claim it, it will generate a small amount of reinforcements to the castle. Really good quality of life improvement right there. So now even if you capture the castle and claim it for yourself, there will be troops in the garrison. Gorta Hammerhead can now refine anything in your inventory. List everything that you have equipped first, everything in your inventory top to bottom. Appreciate a bunch of bug fixes. You can read those yourself. And yeah, there's a bunch of all the way down here. And we'll go in game here in a second and take a look at a few of these changes. So let's move that to the side.